Ramon Ramos, I don't know where to start. I met Ramon, I think it was in the early 80s. He was playing for Herb Brown in Canovanas, and Herb told me about this young big guy that he thought could be a good basketball player and was a good student, and was I interested in. Obviously, it took about a second and a half of watching him play to know that we were interested. And ever since then, the thing that probably impresses me the most, I think Monsignor talked about it, you start with your family. I'm prejudiced. I think that I've got had the best two parents. I've got one right now that anybody's ever had. But if ever I had to pick another couple to be my parents, Senor and Senora Ramos, I would love it to be you. I'm used to crying at Mayfair Farms at Seton Hall dinners. I'm sure most of you, unfortunately, are used to that also. One big difference is I didn't wear glasses when I was here for 12 years, and when I cried, I could still see. Ramon has touched people wherever he's been. That's evident tonight. His beautiful island, Puerto Rico. Etienne is here directed the national team for so long, where Ramon played for his native Puerto Rico in the Olympics. So many of his family and friends and media are here. Seton Hall and New Jersey community, so many of Ramon's teammates are back. Not just guys he played with, but guys who played in the years after him were back to help honor him. Managers that were on our team, so many of the coaches that worked during Ramon's time and during our 12 years here, and everybody at the hall. The thing that I remember, and I remember so vividly seeing Patty and Ian and Hector and these guys in the cafeteria. What was different, what was always different about Ramon, we all tend to gravitate toward our friends and our teammates, the guys we're comfortable with, or the ladies that we're comfortable with. And yet if you went into the cafeteria, whether it was during a vacation time or it was during the year, Ramon would be sitting with other people. He'd be sitting with the other students. He'd be sitting with people from other teams. He'd be sitting with the ladies that worked in the cafeteria or the grounds crew. I don't know that there was ever an athlete at Seton Hall that knew more people on a first-name basis at Seton Hall, way outside of basketball. Every sport, Monsignor talked about living in the dorms with him. He was more a special person than he was a special athlete. The chaplain from the Portland Trailblazers, Al Egg, is here with him. Al couldn't keep me there, got me fired there, but still we had... Al and I spent 3 good years together. I wish it was a little longer, but we happened to play the Blazers last week, and every time I've been back to Portland, and it's been an awful lot of times, I can't be there an hour, and I'm not talking in the Rose Garden or in the Coliseum, and I'm not talking the players or the coaches or the people like that, but the people in the office, the administrative assistants, the people in marketing, the people in the hotel. Everybody in Portland always asks me, how's Ramon doing? Ramon never got a chance to play in a regular season game for the Blazers. He played in the summer, he played in the exhibition season, and he had just come off the injury list when he had his accident. But everybody to this day still asks me every time I go back, how's he doing? That's the kind of impact he had. He touched people always, everywhere he's been. Was he a special basketball player? And is that why he's being inducted? Yes, it is. He's a 1,000-point scorer. He's one of our leading rebounders. He does lead in field goal percentage. He blocked almost as many shots as anybody that's ever played. He was drafted by the Blazers. He was the first-team All-Big East player. He was a scholar athlete working with Robin for 4 years for the Big East Conference. So that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. and that's very, very special. But when I think back to his time at the Hall, most students come to a university to better themselves. A rare few end up bettering the university. Ramon Ramos was one of those few.